Okay, guys, fifth position breaks. 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. Gentlemen, this is your timing. 1, 2, 1, 2. And your foot positions: side, cross behind, replace, side, cross behind, replace. And again, side, cross behind, replace, side, cross behind, replace. Gentlemen, your footwork: ball flat, ball flat, ball flat, ball flat.
Ladies, now your timing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Ladies, your foot positions: side, cross behind, replace, side, cross behind, replace. One more time. Side, cross behind, replace, side, cross behind, replace. Ladies, your footwork: ball flat, ball flat, ball flat, ball flat.
Okay, guys, again, a simple pattern, but the colors that you put together, be it the vertical rhythm, be it your usage of foot to move, sustaining that foot, and then snapping it to the next position. So let's just look at that real quick. We step side, but again, prior to the stepping side, there is that rise. We're putting weight onto that foot, but again, the weight that goes into that foot should then immediately be taken up. So don't let that heel get comfortably onto the floor. It's 1 and 2 and 1 and 2. One of the big things you got to watch on this is that the end position that you see us at right now is actually a volta position. We'll get into that in a little while, but we need your knees to be touching and both knees dancing forward. If you watch us dance with their knees apart, especially this lovely one here, go ahead and let your knees, yeah?
No.
No, you get this little grand plie going, right? So that if a different piece of music was playing, something, you know, a little more my style of country music, then that might get away with it. But in the samba, you want those knees dancing forward and together. So
and could you see the knees and your whole thighs, especially for the ladies, it's extremely important that your whole legs are closed. So don't worry so much where you place your foot in relationship to one another. It's closing your knees and closing your legs. So it's a feeling of wrapping in pretty tight on a base, and this becomes very solid, so then you can have a lot of flexibility within the body. And as you can see, the feet are not really that close together. They're slightly farther apart. The only thing on the foot, you have to make sure that you don't have the weight on your small toe.
Do it to the backside and watch it. Watch how unattractive that is on her. So
when it's open and when it's on it. Could you say, this way it looks almost like my ankle is broken. So we have to make sure that the foot, like you're pushing your heel slightly more in, and the energy is in between your first and your second toe. That's where you have the most stability.
Now, whenever she's got, if you have that correct as you go down into the front foot, you got to be very careful. As the foot is leaving, let it roll to the outside again. See, as you're leaving, again, you can start to produce a bad picture there. So you got to be very aware. Instead of me dancing this 1, 2, and you say I'm dragging that foot behind, I have to be very aware of how that ankle is being used as I start to put weights onto it again. As I take it across to be able to put weights onto it again. So I don't want to let it falter to the side. It's very, very common. It's like when people get done with the foot, they're done with it. It must sustain an awareness about it. Now I want to reiterate what Kasia said about how she thinks of closing her knees, not her foot. If she closes her knee, her foot every time is in a beautiful position. She's thinking right now, close the knees. And you'll notice that every time that foot is in the right position. If she tucks it under too tight, more often than not, it's obviously going to be stuck in a position. She won't be able to easily move to her next part. Being that samba is very fast, you want easy access to exit, okay? But if with that foot position, now watch her bend her knees. More often than not, the knees will come apart.
They will have no choice.
All right, they have nowhere to go. Okay, so again, timing of your feet, holding them as long as possible. Again, we try to simplify this. Again, not that it's easy. Simplify it, that it's 1, a 2, 1, a 2. But within the bounce section, we get the vertical rhythm into it. You got and 1 and a 2, and 1 and a 2. So what is sharp at the end, a 2, is softened by that bounce. A 2 and. So listen to the rhythm again. 1 and a 2 and. 1 and a 2 and. So again, watch that with watch that sound that I make. 1 and a 2 and. 1 and a 2. Without the and count after 2. 1 and a 2. 1 and a 2. See, it starts to be dead, down feeling that Kasha alluded to earlier, or spoke of earlier, and it's a heavy. It's a heavy, and it does not help you in any way get to your next position.